We're going to do something old. Something old and slow. A bit like me. Okay, this one's called Cry for Help. How's your voice doing? Voice is great, but you can't hear anything now. Okay, that's fine.
It's the same. She's playing her game, and when she goes, I feel to blame. Why won't she say she needs me? I know she's not as strong as she seems. Why don't I see her cry for help? Why don't I feel her cry for help? Why don't I hear her cry for help? And if my voice carries on like this, I'll be crying for help as well. I wandered around the streets of this town, trying to find sense in it all. The rain on my face, it covers a trace of all the tears I've had to waste. Must we hide emotions? Why can't we ever break down and cry? Why don't I see her cry for help? Why finally got some sleep though. Don't Joseph everybody, give it up. Why don't I see her cry for help? Why don't I feel her cry for help? Why don't I hear her cry for help?